Saving lives, that's the mission of the Oklahoma Blood Institute, and now they're starting a new research initiative to help even more Oklahomans. The goal is to find cures for diseases. And I'm joined now by Dr. John Armitage. He's the president and CEO of the Oklahoma Blood Institute. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Russell. Thanks for having us on.
Well, yeah, thank you for coming to explain a really cool thing y'all got going on now. Let's just start off from the top. BioLinked. That's the name of the research. Explain what that is.
Yeah, BioLinked is a new way for our donors to get engaged in research. Essentially, there are people in laboratories looking for humans, subjects, people who will help them provide a blood sample, maybe even answer questions to help research, and it's kind of a needle in a haystack kind of proposition for them. And we realize that we have wonderful donors who are willing to help patients when they're sick. Why wouldn't they help scientists by volunteering a little bit of their information on a registry, kind of like a Match.com for scientists and for our donors to find that research that interests them and maybe participate. Down the road they get consented, and maybe they give a blood sample, maybe they get involved in finding cures. They're already helping doctors with treatments, blood products. Here's a way to help scientists with cures.
And that's the goal, is to find cures.
Absolutely. Scientists, they're in their lab, they're working incredible hours trying to find the solutions to cancer and multiple sclerosis and all these terrible diseases. And if we can help make that just a little bit easier by making that connection, we think that that's something our donors are going to want to do, and it's certainly something we want to do as OBI, trying to be another way to aid the community.
And you're getting good responses already?
Absolutely. One of the most gratifying things is we haven't really promoted the program very much. We've been building the website and all the infrastructure to go with it, and we've got over 1,500 of our donors who've just kind of stumbled across it and signed up. So,
well, how does that make you feel to see this? It's moving in a good direction.
Oh, it makes me feel incredibly proud of Oklahomans, our staff, our blood donors, our volunteers, everybody who's engaged with this, because we're really transforming this way of giving. Again, we've been at blood banking at OBI for 40 years, but now we're going into, hey, we can help in the laboratory. We've helped in the operating suite. We've helped in the the cancer wards. Now we're in there helping with the science.
And that's got to give a lot of people a lot of hope for the future, that you can possibly find cures for some serious diseases.
Absolutely. The average person probably isn't going to go get a PhD or a master's or become a technician, but maybe there's something unique in their family history or their own personal history that gives a medical clue to somebody who's looking for that, and they've just never connected. So we want to be a conduit, that Match.com. Hey, let's have the person who's unique biology, who's something special about their family or themselves. Let's hook them up to that researcher who's got the brains to put it all together.
And you've kind of already explained my next question, but what is it that makes this so unique?
We're the first blood center to really get in there and create this kind of dynamic registry where we can ask questions, and the donor who gets involved is free to answer those questions about their family or not, or it's just like a matching site where the more information you put in, the easier it is for somebody to understand what you offer the research community. But it's totally self-driven. You can put in information, so hopefully it's hitting on that uniqueness of your biology, your situation, and turning it into something positive.
And this is exclusively with the Oklahoma Blood Institute.
Absolutely. We do want to grow it to other blood centers, because we think the magic here is being able to go and find tiny populations from the millions of Americans and folks out there who are giving blood. So the strength will come in numbers, but we're piloting it here. We want to get the kinks out of the system, but we've already got multiple other blood centers who want to use our platform and grow into their own markets for the very same reasons we do. It makes their donors feel better and makes their donors able to give in a special way.
Yeah, it seems so exciting, the potential that this could have in the health community.
It is. We had the pleasure of talking to Dr. Judith James at the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation, and what she was excited about is the ability to maybe look at preclinical disease, where we can sign people up for this program. They agree to be screened for maybe a marker of rheumatoid arthritis or some disease before they have it. Most researchers can't scan the normal healthy population that doesn't know that there's anything going on and kind of find those early disease markers and maybe start treatments even before the disease declares itself with a symptom. So being able to push therapy into that pre-disease phase is tremendously exciting.
Okay, so if you're sitting at home, you're like, wow, this is cool. What do we need to know to participate?
We're working with blood donors right now because our system is, as a blood center, that's how we process our information, store our information. So the linkage is really to being a blood donor. So if you're a blood donor now, it's easy. You're going to find on a blood drive, we're going to ask you, do you want to participate? And the answer is yes. And then we'll email you later with the link, and then you can fill in your profile, tell us what kind of research you're interested in, and then we build that profile to match up to a potential research project. And if you're not a blood donor, please come out. This is another way. It's great to save a life in the operating room, but now you can maybe find a cure in the laboratory. But please become a blood donor. That's 1-877-340-877.
Hey, you did it.
All right.
Man, thank you so much for coming by and talking to us. I mean, it's always important to give blood, but now you can help to some really important research.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And it's Oklahomans doing what they do best. We're pioneering something, and we're making a huge difference, and we're leading the nation in building this registry.
There's nothing else to say. You just ended it perfectly, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Russell.
Thank you.
Russell, thank you. And the results are in. The Bedlam Blood battle goes to, drum roll please, Stillwater.
Yeah, the Oklahoma Blood Institute says OSU had more participants than OU this time around. In total, more than 2,000 people donated blood and each got a T-shirt and a chance to win tickets to this year's Bedlam football game. Going to be pretty exciting.